Okay, one more. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Is anybody out there? Let's see, we got something here. Is it improvisation? Well, bits and pieces. Thank you. Yeah. Well, anybody plays music is cool. No matter how good you are, you can be better. I don't care who you are. In my opinion, God could do a little bit better. And I don't think you, speaking honestly from my heart, even if you was Catholic and you had to go see the Padre for confession, you'd have to own up to the fact. And he'd tell you you're human. That's exactly what he'd tell you. He'd tell you, you know, what to do to make things. Joe Biden's a Catholic. Don't you think that's been a security concern down through the decades? Ever since Jack Kennedy, or JFK as most of you know him, ever since Jack Kennedy ran for president, he was the first Catholic ever ran for the presidency. That's one of the first times that the Electoral College got thrown up in the air, and Kennedy came down holding it while Nixon held the popular vote. Google me. Check it out. I mean, it's just like Biden beat Trump this past time, but when Trump beat Clinton, he won the Electoral College, but he didn't win the popular vote. That's fact. But there's so many contrary facts. Let's see, what did y'all think of that? Everybody left. It's like they just balled up and said, the hell with me. I was going to talk politics. It's, I'm here to try and talk people out of doing something crazy, and that is electing that man to that presidency again, or giving those people a dollar to squander. Honestly to God, don't do it. It reminds me of Jim and Tammy Baker, except he ain't going to even offer y'all tonight at Mar-a-Lago, bed bugs or not. Saw a pretty neat commercial the other day on TV. Bed bugs turn up at your house, called Terminax. I'm just waiting to be discovered. Well, there you have it, its fleece was white as snow. And when you know where everybody went, there was sure to go. Well, one day Mary was short of pot, she needed some quick cash. She knew 420 was coming. She went up and rode in a flash. Can you front me a quarterback and keep old Joe? He's a sweet old man, I tell you, I know. He follows me everywhere I go. Please keep Joe and let me have some fun. But anyway, Mary's little lamb is named Joe. I mean, that's a hoot right there in itself. Back in the 90s, there were three of us that would sit in a room at a radio station and just come up with stuff like that. You can start doing something like that. Turn on a tape recorder, and out of maybe, if you go hard at it or hard pressed, and you get to the point of where there's almost silence in the room in between them, which can work to your benefit. You're gonna maybe out of a couple of hours, you might get 3 or 4. Just stand alone. Very little setup. About 4 or 5 minutes long. Okay, this one needs preface. When you've been out here in the real world, whether you left home with mom and dad, taking you to college, and you just never coming home except for a visit, whether mom and dad kind of told you, don't let this damn door come you on a asterisk on the way out. This one's it kind of comes home to all of us, especially after you're done realize what mom and dad went through. And then here you are. But what you'll find out, you ain't aware of already, is I was always right. Yeah. Ain't no such thing as secrets. Drop them all around. Probably, as long as not one person knows a secret, it stays a secret. So I know y'all can't keep going, but y'all don't know mama, so I ain't worried about you. Well, they like to keep up appearances. So, when it comes down to it, it's kind of like this. My wife and I live all alone in a 1,200 square foot brick home we call our home. I'll address that in the rewrite. She loves coffee, I love tea, and anyone who listens, she says, she loves me. See, I've got a little secret she don't know about. You and me, little brown jug, oh, I love thee. You and me. I don't know how I'd exist without you, honey. Little brown jug, oh, I love thee. Oh, man. That's the true nature of life. For some people, it is actually like that. And they don't understand that any behavior is exactly that. It's behavior. Behavior can be modified. Just like you might see a doggone 2-case a day automotive job going to the driveway of the house next to you. Behavior can be modified just like that automobile was. And you heard it right here. I'm starting to inhale these freaking things again. I'm playing danger here. Hey, if anybody trying to hack me, good luck, because I ain't got nothing. I got $14.16. And you can have it if you can get it. Lord knows I ain't got access to it. Man, I am broke. I am as broke as Trump. That's true. I just wonder who makes his makeup. Not that I want any. But, you know, I just wonder who makes Trump's makeup. Looks like the doggone might take a knife, get his people doggone, drill a hole with a spray can of tannin solution, and then mix it with the doggone the facial powder that you just kind of pat on, the women pat on their cheeks to make them pop, you know. I don't know. If he could just do something about his neck. You know, Donald with the turtleneck. That'd be about as bad. Him wearing the turtleneck would be just about as bad as the Trump, calling the COVID the Trump virus. Remember, he called it the China virus to nip that in the bud. It wasn't going to be the Trump virus now. My brand's mine. Okay, here we go. That's just, it sounds, I'm stupid sometimes. It's my fault. As always. You know, I'm just glad it wasn't a snake or something sharp or hot. I'd sure been either scalded or bleeding. Or on the way to the emergency room, and I'd be trying to kill the snake and take it with me so we can identify it. So, you know, that's going to damn pump a little bit of blood. I used to have a sixth sense about those things. Walking through the woods, spent a considerable amount of time in the woods. Back in the early 80s, deer were just starting to, you know, really develop into healthy populations to where they were migrating. Well, in the 70s. In the 1970s, the deer that they had placed in the national park, the Blue Ridge Parkway, they had brought deer and from other states and restocked. And they had continued to breed, and they had gotten to the point where there was a population great enough that it was October of 1974. I sat in an automobile on a United States highway. Back in the 70s, after 11 o'clock, there wasn't a lot of traffic, especially in a county of 15,000 people. So this was right at the foot of the mountains, within 10 miles by road, and probably just a mile right straight down the mountain. But the deer were crossing the road and following the water, and they were heading south and east. I never will forget that. We sat there, I know, for 15 minutes. It was like waiting on a train, except it wasn't boxcars, it was deer. I've never seen as many in my life. I mean, herds of cattle, sure. It'd be the largest herd of anybody around here within 100 miles to impress me over those deer. If I have to put a number on it, I'd say it's probably 1,000 or more. It'd be like watching people walk in 5 and 6 abreast, 1,000 people walking into a music festival or something through one little entryway, sitting there watching all of them pass by. That was the buku deer. Louis buku. I don't know where I got this thing now. Still ain't sounding right. Yeah, I could fix a little bit of it. See, on my TS-808, I can, there's a knob that's offset. There are three controls. And one of them controls the tone, more or less. One is distortion, one's volume, and one's tone. And that tone it's not as bad as it is on this. You know what this is. Lost metal. Now these people ain't got sense enough to understand them, and we lost faith in them. But you get that mid-range right, it's gonna be right. Now whatever you got going on, you need to adjust it, get it where it's gonna be right for everything, and then take your metal and then put it into the amp, just straight through plug, and then figure out how to make those mids, sculpt those mids, and make your sound out of it. And that way, when you put it back on your board, you got a pretty good idea. I don't know the configuration of your board where it's going to be in line. Whether you got a wah-wah pedal up front, first position or not, because that's the first thing goes in line. But I haven't got a pedal board. It's got the TS-808, and it goes. I just got the guitar in it. It goes in the input jack. I got the send and return pull up with my looper pedal. So that gives you an idea what I'm doing with my orange amp. And this is the Hendrix Stratocaster. It's not a custom shop. Don't get the wrong idea. Yeah, he's been going around. He dropped his black trap door on his long johns when he come through the door. Said he didn't need it no more. Now Sweetwater Guitar sent this to me, and the tremolo was up in the air like that when I got it, but it was in tune. Seems like they're pretty proud of them coming to you in tune. Which electric guitar, you just about need a hammer to knock it out of tune. You do with some of the stuff I do on this guitar right here. I'll try to do it on a banjo or an acoustic guitar. Hey, you are to break a string. Well, didn't inhale that. Yeah. I love to get little licks like that. That's called an embellishment. Embellishment of your rhythm. That's what Hendrix is doing right here. And you see this right here is that's a tough one to get. That's the only part of it I just ain't strong enough yet. I found these strings some more. I've been playing 361 days today. Lord God. Saw a little girl, she started playing guitar at 16 years old and talked about how she had prior musical experience learning to play the flute and the piano. Man, she's hardwired. I mean, I've talked to more than one. Yeah, I can hear notes in my head. I can hear them. If I can see the piece of paper, I can hear them. And I'm thinking, God, man, Mom, Dad, why not? I asked for piano lessons. And I was given the same reason for why I couldn't have an electric guitar. We haven't got the money. Let's see. If I started playing electric guitar in 1965, let's see, 65, 75, 85, 95, let's see, 2005, 2015. Wow, I thought 60, but I was hoping it was only 50. Yeah, 60 years playing electric guitar. I imagine I've probably been working by at least 1980. We're dead. Some lifestyles tremendously fraught with dangers. Y'all want to change a set of strings? Got them Amazon pliers. We can cut these puppies right off of here. We'll do it like the big boys do. They got people to do that stuff for. To tell you the truth, I haven't got much desire to do anything except sit here with this guitar and play. Anyway, that's cleared. Okay. Transition right there. What's going on? I know you're asking yourself. Okay, you just come in the door, so I started playing Freebird, and then I figured, well, may as well let it roll on. I'll go through it enough to where I can get the jam in, because I don't know how to play the jam part, where the, I don't know how to play that, so I figured I'd just limit my exposure to my ignorance. So here, where I'll not keep anything from you. I'm easy to find. Just don't come to the door without a mask. and make sure it ain't a ski mask. Or hard to discern friend from foe when they got a ski mask on. You know, blend in and use common sense. And Bob, and please promise me, if you think about pouring an accelerant on your body and setting yourself ablaze because politics ain't going to suit you, seek professional help. God, I hope you've got a friend that you can talk to. I really do. It's on a serious side now. That's tragic, that man. Well, MSNBC ain't beating the horse too bad about it, and so I guess the mental illness card is scaring the Democrats because, you know, they're supposed to be all for, you know, so that's probably why there's been no more disclosed. Hey, okay, cool. Hey, thanks, Travis. Oh, Kenneth? Yeah, Travis, yeah, cool, y'all hang around as long as you want. Go ahead and subscribe, that way when I break out my baby, which, you know, it's the only real thing that I've ever had in my life. It didn't, well, it kind of let me down, but I had a lot to do with it, and that's a 5-string banjo. I stood with a banjo with no strings, listening to Earl Scruggs play Doggy Mountain Breakdown. Well, you know, that among others. By the time I was 10 years old, I built my own radio and my own record player. And they were not sorted connections. And you figure that out now. Well, no, we didn't have the little boards where you just, you know, we didn't have that fancy stuff I see now. I've been thinking about building my own pedal, building me a pedal. I may still remember the color code for trans systems, but you know, it's been 57 years since I memorized that. So, yeah, a few years after that, they started making chips. Yeah. Hey, I've been at it 361 days, man. Thanks hanging out with me. Thanks for telling me you're leaving. You know, that's something that 99.9% of my viewers do not do. I just look over there and there's a big zero. Okay, here we go. No, did a little work on that. We'll erase that. Yeah, it's looper pedal time on the Teddy Ray Thomas Electric Guitar Channel. How many people we got out there? Oh, whopping 2. Well, y'all are too important not to pay attention to. What we got going on here? Oh, well, I appreciate the thought there. Maybe if I live to be the ripe age of 92, I could say, well, I've been playing longer than I can remember. I was standing at my window on one cold and cloudy day, without This is a train song. I know it sounds like it's got engine trouble. This is a modern railroad. Everything's got problems. Oh, just lost my train of thought. Let's see. Oh man, I'm so I'm a little I'm northwest of Texas. I'll give you a hint on my location. Last president from this state died, I believe, right shortly after he got out of office in 1920, in 1921. But, I'm a son of Virginia, the Old Dominion. Dogwood is a state tree, the cardinal is a state bird, and grays is the color of the state police cars, gray and blue. They got these big letters on it that are hard not to recognize. State police. I never will forget the first time I saw the new reflected lettering on the state trooper car. It was 1980. I had a 1968 Chrysler New Yorker. It had a 4-barrel on it. It got about 9 miles to a gallon. And I was cruising along, minding my own business, about 85, 90 miles an hour on a lonely piece of road, back then with, no traffic much. And the first thing I saw was the state police. I saw the word state police right before I saw the car. And all that state trooper heard was the 4-barrel kick in when I got even with him. Because I was toting the mail. I buried the speedometer. I couldn't even tell you. Because it had the speedometer on it that would have registered it. I wouldn't have been paying any attention to that. I know better. I listen to my engine. I shift according to my engine. And the feel of the vehicle. Ideally, you don't want to even hear a pressure mark come off a tire. If you're going for speed, and you don't want to take off spinning. Okay. Y'all remember the trains? Y'all hear that train while ago? Every once in a while he blows his whistle. Y'all pay attention. Remember that. dragging on, and that train keeps rolling on that San When I was just a baby, my mom told me, son, always be a good boy, don't never play with guns. When I shot a man in Reno, see what was more, just a watching night. Getting old. When that train keeps rolling, that's what tortures me. Hear the train coming? It's in my all in my mind. Now it's in yours. Well, if it freed me from this prison and that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on, falling down the line. Prison, that's where I want to stay. I'm here in Folsom Prison, where I see my guy again. Yeah, I ain't sure what guitar Luther Perkins used. I ain't sure. He had kind of had a snap of it, but back in those days, the way the volume was, you could set your own volume and create your own sound. And he may have liked the Strat sound, but was playing a Gibson. I don't I assume you like that. All right, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, Michael, you back? Yeah, man, you back? Yeah, cool. Yeah, everybody's supposed to respect their elders. I just try not to say nothing bad to their face. He sure talks a lot, you know it. I ain't never gonna ask him how he's doing again. Man, how long was we up there? It took him an hour and a half just to tell us how many different medications he is on. Oh, whoa. Yeah, boy. What do you say, bud, man? That's it. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I got it. I got it, damn it. I got it. Y'all didn't catch that, did you? See, you got to hit. When you make this bar C right here, you in hell anyway. But you got to take that finger the way Hendrix did. He take that finger and he bounce, hit that. You see, this finger's holding that one down. I want to tell you. Man, didn't do any. That's spread out over 5 frets. Woo-ha! Maybe my hands get strong and I can do it. I'm not looking forward to going to the emergency room, but every time I go in there, they say, squeeze my finger. Not pull my finger, but squeeze my finger. I'm going to grab hold of that thing. I'm going to try it. I'm going to do everything except for ring it. I'm going to squeeze it and look at him like I'm 5 years old and I hate him. I had a little kid that went somewhere with him and his dad. Little kid, doggone, I felt something burning. It felt like a bee sting almost. And I put my hand down on my arm real quick and found his hand there. And I looked into his eyes, and man, like a devil was staring out at me. Oh my. Love that little turnaround right there. Stole that from Richard Kaiser. You can Google him. Heck, go buy some of his stuff. I ain't got nothing for sale. I stole that lick from him. It's not a hard lick. It's just finger picking is what it is. That's just me and you. Well, we're having so much fun. But it does really suck. You know, I figured I would be people would find me more interesting. Maybe I am only a legend in my own mind. How hard makes me want to smoke a cigarette and inhale my sorrows. I could use good nicotine buzz right now. That stuff restricts your blood vessels, raises your blood pressure. It'll get you up and moving around. I mean, it's a tar. It causes cancer. Nicotine's still used in various medications. Don't ask me what. All you gotta do, you got it right there in your hand. Google. What medications are nicotine used in or derivatives of? There you got it. Or what medical grade compounds come from tobacco? That might even be a more refined search right off the top of the hill. We ain't doing a deep dive advanced search. 90% of the people wouldn't be interested anyway. Oh, Donald, what is the matter? Melania just flew in from old Cincinnati one morning, just for a day. Donald said, if I lose, oh, I ain't losing. They had to cheat. I know I ain't losing. I'd give $100 rather than give Joe Biden a dime, and I'll see Joe pulling a lot of time. Okay, that's pretty much the way it goes. Justice Department's going to be ferreting through the previous administration, and locking up the Department of Justice and the FBI. He's kept his mouth off of the CIA. I think he gave them plenty enough black eyes. The people responsible for national intelligence. They tried to work with him and brief him, but found that he had the attention span of a sixth grader who just had discovered what girls were put here for. Him. You know, ain't that the way every little boy thinks? Yeah. Yeah. They're here. Oh my. And they're all mine. They all are until you know they ain't. Then you don't like it. Well, if we had sure had farmed them prime wings and things down, so I probably wouldn't have made it to see 14 years on this earth. And if I had, how many people would I had, men would I have had to kill? That's what it was about. Unless you subscribe to the idea that the earth is 6,000 years old and all this fossilized remains we find are just, it just came with the place. Come with the house. And the fact that the most of the area where I'm in, all of it, was pushed up out of the ocean. That's why we have such rich land here. You could take a cow, one cow, in this part of the world, and feed it on an acre, in an acre field. There'll be enough grass that will grow there where you will not have to give it anything. Across the Mississippi River, you might have to have better than 200 or 300 acres to just do an animal. That's why all these million-acre ranches, I mean, you got just so much wasted land. It's waste. You look at the Southwest out there in the desert, where we've got major metropolitan areas that are taking taxpayer dollars. I mean, I know they pay taxes, but hey, do we really have to subsidize and give people, descendants, money to cope with the fact that they built their house in a freaking desert and the Colorado River can no longer support their development? I mean, when are these people going to back up? They're still building houses. Then they ain't got no water. No water to speak of, and you can't drill deep enough to get none. So that's the way it works. The Colorado River used to run down into Mexico and into the Pacific Ocean. It don't even make it to the Pacific anymore. It falls about 600 miles short of reaching the Pacific Ocean. You go look it up on Google Earth yourself if you don't believe it. I ain't one of these conspiracy theory nuts. I was a reporter of sorts for a local media organization. And I don't repeat anything unless I've looked at it here and I went over here and I looked at this. And when you get things like from United Nations, you get things from like a climate report issued by the government, you can say my story is sourced. But anyway, I'm not mad at you. I just get passionate. That's the that's a what is that? It's some kind of what is it? B pentatonic scale, B flat, it'd be B flat, or yeah, it'd be B flat pentatonic. That would be the that's, well, in other words, that's a relative minor. More easily put, that's a relative minor of A. add those 2 extra notes. Right there. And in between those 2, the extra note. That's just the name of the game. For some reason, it works. I can play. It works on. It really works when you're playing the blues rhythm. When I was 12-bar blues, Hank became acquainted with the time signatures and such as that. You know, if you're playing by ear, these sheet music ain't gonna do you no good anyway. I mean, if you've been playing, you know, 2/4, 4/4, 3/4, they probably got damn 3/5 in there somewhere. Speaking of which, I wouldn't mind having just 1/5. Few more than I need. Say something for tomorrow. There's some folks if they was to get that 5th, they'd have to see the bottom of the bottle, and they'd be willing to call a friend to do it. Hello? Oh, this is Joe. Who's speaking? Your name's Joe, too. You ain't little Joe from Kokomo, are you? I heard you been talking about me. I ain't like what I've been hearing neither. Best stop it. Don't be called back here no more. Goodbye. We're back. You ever get that strange feeling that you went somewhere and you can't account for time? Seems like I lost about a minute there. Maybe I may have split personality. Y'all keep me on my toes now. This cat's just been sleeping up a storm. I hate playing a guitar like this. Looks like I'm pointing a gun at the audience. Yeah. Got a headshot here. Well, give me a headshot. Yeah, I've got normal latency on this feed. I've got the kind of latency if you were a gamer. Yeah. They wouldn't only just shoot you, they'd shoot every one of your buddies if y'all were on the same network. This thing's buffering like 5,000 kilobytes a second. And, it takes quite smart to create 30 frames. And right a good amount of data to create 30 frames of video at 480. I try to keep it real as I can. Let's see. Well, I can't tell whether we've got anyone with us or not. Going any further, I don't guess. I'm glad I didn't bother you, Cat. Yeah, that's right, I said Cat. You're my buddy. Small Bud Man. I know you got a right to lay there if you want to. You can't help if the guitar don't hurt your ears. People chastise me for the cat laying here sleeping. I mean, get real. If somebody was walking into a room wherever this person was, throwing a cup of water on them every once in a while, and there was nothing they could do about that cup of water, except be mean to the person holding the cup of water. And that wasn't an option. I wonder how many cups of water would they have thrown on them before they decided it was just too much. That cat ain't gonna stay here 1 second longer, and he's comfortable. And that's just the way it is. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna be gone, ain't that bud man? Yep, that's right. Amen. So, I'm gonna, well, wait a minute. Somebody, y'all do this to me. I was getting ready to end the feed, but, they went away. Well, I guess I can end the feed. If you want to hear a song, send me hit the chat here, or I'm going to sign this puppy off. So, if you don't send me a chat, I'm out of here. I've been at this for over an hour, so. Subscribe to the channel, and you can check out this rerun. You can just press the rewind button. Check out what we've had going on. It's been an interesting evening. Prime Live Studio.